Good morning. This is my weekly blog, and it's a little different this week because I'm speaking it instead of writing it. So instead of having several paragraphs of my thoughts, what you'll have is my sharing them as I'm thinking of them. I haven't written anything out ahead of time. But the overall title is Faith, Hope, and Clarity. And this came to me because I feel like we're living in such a tumultuous time now. The political scene is just full of conflict. And if you pay any attention to the social media, you're going to be pulled back and forth. But everybody's upset about one thing or another almost every 5 minutes. So I think what we need at this time is something that will center us and keep us in a place of peace and seeing the bigger picture, perhaps, because we can get lost in feeling very pessimistic or hopeless because of what's going on in the world. And if we're going to get through it, if we're going to get to the other side and create a world that is more harmonious and loving, we need to stay centered in a positive place. So that's why I want to talk about faith, hope, and clarity. Faith often is tied to faith in God, and that is part of it. Perhaps it depends on whether you believe in God or if you believe in something that doesn't necessarily have that name. Perhaps a belief in a greater intelligence or a vast energy, however you want to define it. I guess that's how I would, if I had to think of a definition, I would think of a vast loving energy in the universe that is involved with our lives. In that there is, as my belief is, that there is a greater picture, there is a greater orchestration of our lives, and that there is meaning in the universe, that it's not just all ad hoc and we're going to be circling down the drain into despair. So if you think of it as a larger picture within which something greater is being born, then you could see this time as birthing pains, that the years and years of a more hierarchical world, one in which people are left out or left on the bottom, is being uh, pushed aside or dissolved in favor of something more egalitarian, a world in which we all play a part and all peoples come together in harmony and peace rather than in conflict and hatred and judgment. So to me, that's what faith is, a faith in something greater, that there is something that is being born here. We may only see one small piece of the picture, and it will become something greater over time, perhaps within our lifetimes, perhaps beyond our lifetimes. But we are part of something that will move us forward as a human entity into a world in which we are more loving and more open to all peoples and all beings, not just human beings, nature, animals, birds, everything on the planet and everything in the cosmos. So, and when I also talk about faith, it's not separate from the other two that I'm bringing up, hope and clarity. They're kind of all of a piece, because hope is like the thread that's tied to faith. Hope draws us into the future. It draws us into perhaps an active participation in our life, because we hope, we have a vision of something better coming to pass. And those two go in conjunction with each other. And hope is like the bubble, the pink bubble that lifts up into the stratosphere and shows us that, yes, there is a possibility of a better world and we can live towards it. And then clarity is the larger picture, the vision that we have, that we can create a better world, and that when we look at someone who is perhaps in pain or suffering or experiencing injustice, we need to also look at the person near them who is reaching out a helping hand. And we have to perhaps be that helping hand, that we're all connected in this world, and that if we have the vision of a better world and a hope for a better world and faith that it will come to pass, then we can work together to create it. So those are my thoughts this week on faith, hope, and clarity. And I wish all of us that vision to carry us forward into the future. Take care. Bye.